Chastity sits alone, playing Japanese chess against the mind of steel, her heart a tiny mess. Moves on the board so precise, tactics sharp like a knife. In the silent battle, she's fighting for her life. Checkmate heart, it's you and me in this game of strategy. Feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of cold collide. Will her heart win this ride? Checkmate heart, it's you and me in this game of strategy. Feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with strategy. Feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. The unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of code collide. Will her heart win this ride? Win this ride? Win. Chastity sits alone, playing Japanese chess against the mind of steel, her heart a tiny mess. Moves on the board so precise, tactics sharp like a knife. In the silent battle, she's fighting for her life. Checkmate heart, it's you and me in this game of strategy. Feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of cold collide. Will her heart win this ride? Checkmate heart, it's you and me in this game fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of code collide. Will her heart win this ride? Win this ride? Win. Chastity sits alone, playing Japanese chess. Against the mind of steel, her heart a tiny mess. Moves on the board so precise, tactics sharp like a knife. In this silent battle, she's fighting for her life. Checkmate heart, it's you and me. In this game of strategy, feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of cold collide. Will her heart win this ride? Checkmate heart, it's you and me. In this game of strategy, feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with strategy. Feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. The unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of code collide. Will her heart win this ride? Win this ride? Win. Chastity sits alone, playing Japanese chess. Against the mind of steel, her heart a tiny mess. Moves on the board so precise, tactics sharp like a knife. In this silent battle, she's fighting for her life. Checkmate heart, it's you and me. In this game of strategy, feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of cold collide. Will her heart win this ride? Checkmate heart, it's you and me. In this game of strategy, feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world, she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of code collide. Will her heart win this ride? Win this ride? Win. Chastity sits alone, playing Japanese chess. Against the mind of steel, her heart a tiny mess. Moves on the board so precise, tactics sharp like a knife. In this silent battle, she's fighting for her life. Checkmate heart, it's you and me. In this game of strategy, feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world, she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loops of cold collide. Will her heart win this ride? Checkmate heart, it's you and me. In this game of strategy, feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world, she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with strategy. Feel the beat of the digital throne. Chastity's heart aimed at the unknown. The unknown. Click clack sounds fill the air, fingers tap with flair. Her eyes locked on the screen. In this world, she's the queen. Lights flash in harmony in this dance with destiny. Endless loop.
Hello. I'm turning on my microphone. Yeah, I wanted to be able to speak to you. I don't know if that feature works or not. We could try it perhaps because I've never done it, but it would be cool if there was a way to voice chat directly within the Shogi website itself. Okay, anyway, yeah, it's my turn here. Let's see here. Oh, so far this is kind of intense. I got my bishop out, but not much else. And what's going to happen here? This is interesting. I'm attacking this side here. Okay, awesome. ShogiExplained is gonna try it out. I thought about clicking the button myself, but didn't want to do it unless they were ready for us to try that. See, I can turn on my microphone, and I usually just play the music and don't speak, but I think it's kind of cool to hear my voice too, isn't it, Gracie? Gracie is my friend and regular Twitch watcher. With a 30-minute game, we can afford to waste a few seconds on the chats. This is so much fun, seriously. I love playing chess and shogi and stuff. Shogi I'm trying to get better at. I'm still not very good at shogi. I lose a lot. Against the computer anyway. Oh man. Okay, yeah, this is yeah, this didn't go as planned. Not really. Didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. Oh wow. Oh wait. Wait a minute. Maybe I have to also click the button. Let's see if I click the button allow. Oh, hello? Oh, I can hear you. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Now, yeah, let me see here if I'm trying to configure my OBS Studio
Yeah,
so
you'll
people
have
can
to
hear us
add
both.
browser as an audio thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm configuring here. Say something.
Hello, this is Shogi Explained.
Oh, hello, Shogi Explained.
Okay,
I'm Chastity. Nice to officially talk to you.
nice to meet you. I think my voice might be a little bit loud. You might have to turn me down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, I'm the loud one. I
Yeah,
talk.
I have a nice microphone set up, and I haven't configured it. Oh, I'm muting you now. I'm muting me now on the stream. Yeah. Do you know what opening you were playing?
I have no idea what it was I was doing.
It's an opening called Suji Chigai Kaku, which means wrong diagonal bishop.
Wrong diagonal bitch.
Wrong diagonal bishop. It is an opening that you can play, and it's a good way, as a chess player especially, to get opponents out of book. Okay, so now you did that, and I'm going to ignore it. Just go over here, get the tempo on the bishop.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
See,
still
I don't
still
know
attacking your knight
these
here.
openings very well.
Okay, do I want to take that knight yet? If I take that knight, you can move your rook over to 8-8. Is that what I want? Because then you might have a rook drop on 8-2. Maybe I don't want to take that yet. Maybe I want to just, you know, torture you a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take it. There might be a trick. There might be a trick.
I don't know. Yeah, see, this is weird. I mean, strange things have happened like this before, I suppose, but
Yeah, this is a opening disaster for you. So this is not ideal. Not an ideal situation.
I really don't know what I'm doing.
Mhm, mhm. You know, because most resources are in Japanese. That's very common.
Well,
It takes
yeah, it's true
takes
because
a lot of diligence to get good at this.
yeah, with Western chess, I've studied all kinds of openings. I've kind of found what I like to use. But in Japanese chess, I obviously don't even have a clue because most of the resources, like I tried to look up castles and the symbols they use, like especially what I was reading, like it was tiny anyway, and the symbol, like I can read the kanji if it's the right form that I've memorized, but then there's different forms that I have a harder time with. So I just use the Western set on here, but then none of the resources I read are going to be using this, so it's not as easy.
Yeah, I actually knew enough Japanese that I could read most of the characters beforehand, and shogi Japanese is actually pretty easy. It requires a very limited vocabulary, and you basically just need to know shogi notation. So if you learn maybe 20 characters, you can read through most shogi books. That's not as big of a deal as you think, but most people wouldn't think to do that. It takes a lot of stubbornness to get through to that point, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Yeah, and which is a shame because many chess players are naturally very talented at shogi.
Yeah. Well, it's my love for the game of chess that led me to shogi, obviously.
Same here. Okay, I'm just gonna start making moves here. Let's see. There we go.
Okay, yeah. I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah, those pawn drop Tesuji are a bit difficult for many chess players to come up with. Okay, so um, let's start with this one.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh no.
Yeah, so shogi knights cannot move backward. Okay, so now you've dropped the defense of this lance. So now
Yeah,
finally I
it's
can take it.
true. Yeah, because I was trying to. Oh man, I was see, because I was trying. Oh, oh, fuck. Oh
Yeah,
man.
knights in chess. They're like, oh, knights before bishops. Develop those first. Very bad idea in shogi, especially on the edge. Then it just
Yeah.
becomes a weakness. They can't defend themselves from the front, which isn't a weakness that's normally exposed in chess because pawns can't attack forwards. The only pieces that can attack forwards are basically more powerful than a knight, so you don't ever trade it. But in shogi, oh, pawns and lances, they love to like take advantage of those knights.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you said? What I was using was called the wrong diagonal bishop.
Yep. Tsuji Chikagaku. It is a real opening that you can play, and you played into it. I don't know how you studied it. Maybe you just naturally fell into it.
Well, it's actually funny because I just stumbled. I've used it before, and part of it is I thought, okay, we have an exchange of bishops, but then I like, wait, that pawn's out, so I can target two pawns with my bishop at the same time, so I can capture one of them. So that was what I started doing, and I started out strong with that because that means I am up by one pawn in material, but then I messed up after that. I did that side attack, advancing that pawn, and then I just it didn't go well after that.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm kind of thinking, we can actually, do you know about the Lee Shogi study feature?
I've tried it before, and it was a little bit weird. I mean,
It's it's very easy to analyze with your opponent afterwards. So, like, we can go over the game, and I can show you my sort of ideas that we're playing. At this point, it's mostly like, don't screw up for me, and I win the game. So, yeah, I would. You can keep playing Rung Diagonal Bishop, but yeah, if you have other openings that we can play, you can play them against me, and I can. I don't know how much time you have. Where I live, it is 1:42 a.m., which is, you know, I'm a night owl, so it's not bad for me, but I don't wanna
Yeah,
keep you up
well,
too
I'll
late.
be up for a while anyway. I was working on schoolwork and then I'm just gonna
Oh,
watch
nice.
some shogi.
Okay, let's see here, let's see here. What to do, what to do?
There is one other opening that I sometimes use that's kind of fun, so maybe I can show that to you in the next game.
Okay, I'm gonna gain a tempo on the bishop.
Okay, well, yeah, this is not going too well for me, obviously, because now I have this weakness of that.
Yeah. So, you know how in chess, one of the first things that people do is they bring out their queen out of the opening, but then they learn that you just get tempo moves on those pieces. And,
Yeah,
it's a little bit of the same thing going on here.
yeah, unfortunately, I kind of set myself up real bad that way.
Also, thank you for testing the Shogi voice chat feature with me. I've never used it before.
Now we know it works.
Yeah, let me just tune into the stream really quickly to test my audio levels.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3.
I hear you.
Okay, I think maybe I'm a little bit too loud. I can't quite tell. Yeah, if anyone in chat is listening, if you can tell which one of us is louder, you can let us know, and the volume levels can be adjusted inside of OBS.
Yeah,
Okay, you
Gracie,
decided
can
to.
you? Yeah, Gracie, can you hear us both very, very well? Because my friend Gracie is watching my stream.
Okay, so you have wisely decided to not allow your bishop to be captured.
Right,
Um,
because I like my bishop.
it is worth a lot of pieces. Okay, so now that you moved it over there, you know what? Let's just get another tempo move while we're at it.
Oh, I should have known.
Okay. Now, can I get any more temp? I'm being greedy now.
Yeah,
Super, super greedy. Okay. Let's see here. Uh, let's just grab this pawn.
yeah, I had a feeling you might do that.
Yeah, having pawns in hand is really useful. Now I can finally drop a pawn on the knight's head on the 1, 6 square.
Yeah, and there's not really anything I can do to stop it. I can drop a pawn and attack your
Ooh,
knight.
ooh. Look at that. Look at that. So you are correct. You are correct. That will give you a knight. But, it kind of seems like this is coming in real fast, so I'm just going to let you have that. And I can't really, so I knew that. So if I pushed my edge pawn or the seventh file pawn, I'd be able to jump the knight out of the way. But for now, I don't care. This pressure that I have going on here, okay, we just traded knights basically. But you,
Yeah.
yeah, I got the knight that was kind of like annoying you. But now what happens to your rook? Where's your rook gonna go?
See, that therein lies the problem because I can't really protect my rook because even if I move it back, then you get my silver general there, and then I still am gonna lose my rook because it's gonna be trapped in the corner down here.
Hmm. Yep. This is just me like needlessly torturing you. Never resign. Never resign. Like
Right,
anyone could screw this up for sure, especially on other sites that allow you to play Nifu, illegal moves. Then I
right,
could have misclicked and you'd win by a misclick.
right. Since I
Okay.
was gonna
Like,
lose the rook eventually
yeah.
anyway, at least
So
I'll grab a
so
pawn.
if this were a blitz game, perhaps I would get greedy and take the silver, not realizing my dragon is hanging. But I will not make that mistake. There we go.
Yeah. I'm just trying, when I'm playing against the computer, I tend to resign so I can just start the next game. But when I'm playing against a human, out of respect, I don't resign. I let him finish me.
Oh, I don't resign. Like, I keep playing until it's completely humiliating that I'm even playing on at all, and even then, I'll play at least a few moves more, and I've won many games that way. So, there's no shame. There's no
Speak,
shame in playing like that.
yeah, speaking of humiliation, like I can beat the level 1 computer like no problem at all because it makes a lot of mistakes. But then when it comes to like level 2, like I did beat it, but only after losing 20 or 30 times.
The AI is really consistent, but it has gotten a lot better. Okay, so now I can do a rook sack into a golden head pattern, which I'll do right now. Okay, there we go. Ooh, amazing sacrifice. And
Yeah,
then that gives me this gold, which I can place on the head right there. That's a
yep,
checkmate.
it's
Okay,
checkmate.
so if we click the study.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to see what this feature is, so I'm clicking it too. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. That went real fast. Oh, are you clicking those? Oh, it's showing all this freaky stuff here. All these different circles and arrows. Oh, yeah, because that's what happened. I remember that. Huh. So does the study thing, it lets you like mark it up and put those arrows and those circles there? I don't think I hear you anymore now that we're doing the now that we're doing the study. I'm not hearing your audio anymore. That's weird. I can I can put arrows. I don't know what I'm doing, but I can do all this random stuff. Yeah, that's strange. I don't that's weird because okay, so now I can hear you. Let me tap the voice chat feature here.
Voice chat is ready.
Okay. Can you hear me or oh oh I
Voice chat is ready.
voice chat ready. I don't know if you can hear me because as soon as we switched to study, I stopped hearing you. But we're on
Connected.
this.
Hey, yeah, can you hear me now?
Now I hear you. Yeah, it's like after we got off the game and did the study,
Okay.
it cut your
Okay.
audio off.
I didn't realize it would do that. Okay, so let me just go over again. I was just talking a whole bunch and didn't realize you couldn't hear me. So yeah, you'll notice that our games are synced up. If you right click, you get circles, right? And if you right click and drag, you get arrows, just like Lead Chess, and a
Yeah,
control
yeah.
and control alt, like change the colors of things, right? Um, so the opening that you played was Wrong Diagonal Bishop, Jikai Kaku. Do you have any place I can send you resources? You said you don't do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me. Okay, okay. Now, did you discover me on Live Shogi itself, or did you find me on Twitch?
I found you on Twitch like the first time you streamed shogi.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I stalk the shogi category and then look for new streamers.
okay. Here's what I'm gonna do though is I'll basically give you my email address. I'll just put it in both chats. Perfect.
Okay.
ChastityRose@gmail.com. So yeah, I'll put that in the chat here, but also on the Twitch stream because I've got my Twitch stream configured real nice. So you can email me the resources because you probably know where like the good resources are for
Okay.
total noobs like me.
You're not a total noob specifically because you have chess experience that automatically takes you out of beginner territory.
Yeah, well, that's nice to hear. I feel like a total idiot when it comes to shogi.
Chess players typically make a lot of moves that make total sense, but they're just not confident in it because nobody's told them whether or not they're making good or bad moves. So they'll
Right.
alternate between like total genius moves and complete nonsense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I chess players are very scary to play. Okay.
Oh.
This is 9:15. I'm just taking notes of this so that I can send you later. So, this game did not test you very much. I didn't have any way to test your reading ability or your recognition of checkmate patterns or something. Essentially, after you got the pawn, I don't think you knew what to do. I don't think you know what the typical
Right.
plans are.
I
So,
didn't have a clue what I was doing.
yeah. So, if you play someone who panics and they just start letting you, do whatever, then maybe that'll work. But it's really good to have some sort of plan, because then, like, if they do nothing, you can like have an aggressive attack. You want to make use of your rook, uh, bishop, and silver in an attack, and then maybe make some sort of a castle. There's two ways that you can play it. This wrong diagonal bishop. You can play it in the swinging rook style, or you can play it in a static rook style. Are you familiar with those terms?
Oh, okay, I think I know, because isn't the ranging rook where like the rook will slide horizontally to another square and
Yes.
then when
Yes.
okay, but the
Yeah.
static
So
yeah it
I,
like
I assume I assume you're familiar with chess terminology like file and rank and stuff like that.
yeah, cause the file is like the vertical like this, right? And then the
Yes.
rank
Yes.
rank is the horizontal, yeah, because that's
What
chess terms.
one of the things that makes it difficult for Japanese people to translate this into English is that we steal all the chess terms when talking about it in English. So this will be really easy for you because I'm just going to be using chess terms and talking about things.
Okay.
Okay, so it's very natural that you would want to do something like this. Chess players really are very, very good at doing rook and bishop type tactics. So, making immediate use of the bishop, it makes sense. But once you have that pawn, what's your plan? There's no other weaknesses that are easy to exploit. So you need to come up with some sort of a plan. And your plan was to push on the edge, which is a terrible plan. It has a clear purpose. It does have a clear purpose, but this is defended 1, 2, 3 times here, right?
Yeah.
You're attacking it with, well, the pawn and this lance. So, is 3 more than 2? The
Uh,
answer is yes.
oh
So,
yeah, you're right, absolutely.
yeah, so that's something that I call the counting technique. It works in chess as well. So being able to see exchanges, like simple exchanges like that, figure out if you're ahead, and being able to see the pieces that your opponent has in hand is really important. But yeah, this is just going to do nothing. I'm clearly very strong here. So and your bishop has no way to like add into the attack. It's on the
Oh
wrong
no.
diagonal. But uh, yeah. So from here, you can. I mean, pushing the edge pawn here isn't bad. Like, oftentimes you want to do it. So, here you can start, pushing here, like if you're going static rook, or you can move over to a different file if you want. I think over here is pretty strong. But yeah, I'd have to. I don't know this particular opening off the top of my head, so I'll look up some resources and send you some videos by the email that you should look. There should be. I think there's some resources in English that you can watch.
Yeah,
Versus,
that would be good because I
I'm
don't
I'm
know
ass-
anything good.
I'm assuming that you prefer resources in English. So yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's the only human language I know, but I also know
yeah.
the C programming language a little bit.
Ooh, yes, yes.
I was
C was my first programming language, actually.
mine was Q Basic originally, but then I switched over to C.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's
It's
that's quite that's
old
quite a history. QBasic is
yeah,
that's a
old
long time.
school because yeah, I love DOS and then I got into Linux and stuff. So
Ooh, DOS user. Yeah, yeah. I got into Linux with Red Hat 8. That was my entry into Linux, basically. Um, yeah. So that this is not doing what you think it's doing. So
Right. That
you
was
notice, like,
bad
I'm just
idea.
ignoring it. I'm literally just ignoring what you're doing. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so now you notice you want to like add here, right?
Right,
But
and it
if
wasn't
you just
working.
read a couple moves into it, you'll see that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha. And boom! Lances cannot move backwards.
Yeah.
And
There's a
if
problem.
so here is an issue here. If the silver were not here, this would be a pretty good tactic actually, because like this wouldn't work if I did this and then hey, look at that. It's dying anyway, and you're maybe breaking through on the edge. Typically, if you start to do this sort of thing, you might try like to prepare it a little bit more and
Right.
go something like that, and then you have like this little like a rook lance battery.
Right.
It is something that you can try. In this case, I think there's like more pressing tries that you can do,
Yeah.
which you'll see in the videos. But yeah, like once you're here, like the problem. This is a problem that you run into is that you notice that like the lances are, since they can't move backwards, they are prone to falling for tactics like this. So now I can just take and then move back or
Yeah.
move up and even with
Yeah.
tempo. So now like you've lost the lance.
Okay, one thing I really know though is that if you're trying to do a lance tactic like that, it's probably better to make sure that at that moment your opponent has no pawns in reserve to drop, because if they do have pawns to drop and you try to use the lance, then they're just going to drop pawns in the way.
Okay, so right here, there was actually a tactic I was considering, but I thought there's no reason to do this. It gives you unnecessary counterplay. So, two things here. So, one, I can do this. You see? Maybe do a red here.
Oh. Oh
So
yeah.
this is something you need to read out because it looks like you're getting a whole bunch of material, but in shogi, material doesn't matter. All that matters is getting at the king, you know?
Right. That's all that really
So
matters in chess too.
yeah, so I get the bishop for a couple of pieces, but is this worth it? You get a dragon. This is, and then like I can do something like this, but like this is, I don't even have to. You could probably even go like further back like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like this is not like reassuring. I don't want you to. So that looked really bad. Um, in different circumstances, perhaps I might want to go for something like that, but there's no reason to do that. So instead of doing that, I just ignore it. You can't take this because that's a rook and it's worth significantly more than that silver. And if you drop a pawn again, like you do here, it slows down your attack. Now, the rook has reduced inactivity. So now if I just move away as I did, now look at this. Like the rook can't go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you promote here, I just take it again and then you're back to where you started. So
Yeah, the whole thing was just a bad deal. But you know what? I went in that game with no plan whatsoever. Maybe we should do a rematch and let's see if I do any better the next time.
all right, let me see. Do we have a rematch button? We
Yeah,
do.
there is
Okay. It's
right here.
I'll reconnect immediately afterwards.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
I
well,
clicked the rematch.
so did I. So let's see here, and then we will try to. Um.
Voice connected.
Okay,
Hello.
there you are. Okay, this is good. Okay,
When we
so
click
let's
the
see.
rematch, it will reverse the colors. So now I get to go first.
Okay.
Which, and when I go first, then Tsuji Jigaikaku is no longer forced. You can only force a Descente if I do this. So now if you try to open the diagonal, I can just close the diagonal and then that won't happen.
Right. That's true. So I actually, let's see, I'm thinking because there's something. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, I'm actually going to try this, I think. Um, because I like the idea that if my bishop moves away, well, actually, the knight also protects it, but it never hurts to have this protected here, extra.
Okay, so that I'll comment on it a little bit later, but because you did that, that means that you're prepared for an attack on your left side of the board, so I'm just going to move to the right side of the board.
Oh,
Now what's that gold doing over there?
oh, okay. Now it doesn't. Well, it doesn't really serve that much purpose now, I suppose.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, so that gold move is very committal. It's a very committal move. Okay, going for the immediate edge pawn push. Okay, I guess you forced my hand. I'll go here.
but it's not going to be exactly like last time. It's not going to be exactly like that.
Okay, you got a very obvious threat here, so I'm just going to, defend against it. There we go.
Yeah.
And now you've got this edge bishop. That's a risky play because I
Yeah.
can push this pawn at any time.
See, here's the idea though, is now if I move the bishop here, then if your pawn goes there, then I have the pawn and the bishop and the lance on it. So now you can't
That's
just
Yep. That's called an edge attack, and to defend against it, I'm going to move this silver over here, same as last time.
okay. So this is gonna be really strange. So now I need to figure out what I'm doing with my other pieces.
You're going to find it difficult to get that rook to be to reinforce a lance if you try to go for the lance rook battery I was talking about, because that gold's in the way.
Right. I well, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was trying to do something. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna since I've already blocked that path, I'm gonna kind of do something because I want to get my king into a sort of little safe house with my generals, and but where they all defend these pawns too.
Okay, so let's see here. Let's see here. I would like just gonna push this here.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, you're not falling for any obvious traps at the moment. So what to do? I guess I'll develop the silver.
I'm trying not to play as stupid as I did last time. Yeah, that was just horrible.
Okay, you're playing a lot better now. I'm trying to just make waiting moves to see if we're gonna make a mistake.
Right, because it sometimes all it takes is just one mistake. That's all it takes. And then it's just downhill from there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see you're also moving your king.
Yeah, we call it castling.
Right, just
We
like
do it by
chess,
hand.
but you can't.
Okay.
It's not like chess because you can't move two pieces at the same time.
Here you have an obvious threat. You would like to push this pawn forward and attack the head of the bishop, which is so then if you got a token there, you'd be attacking both the rook and the bishop. So I have two ways to defend here. So let's do a little rook lift.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's fine, really. Let's see here. I'm not going to advance it yet because it doesn't really help me out right now. I
All
was
right. Now,
kind of thinking of something, but
okay. So now, I can move my king. I can develop my silver. I can move my bishop. I can move my knight. I got a bunch of things I could be doing right now. In this case, since you're not immediately threatening anything, I'm just gonna move the king a little bit.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see here. Hmm. Actually, okay. I have a little idea here.
Uh, I see how it is.
Yeah, I want to get my silver out there somewhere.
All right. So my rook is tied down. I would like to not have it tied down to this rank. So I'm going to move the bishop over here
Oh, okay.
to defend against that square.
Okay then.
And as you'll notice that your bishop is actually not on an extremely useful diagonal.
Yeah,
This
right
sort of
now it's
formation that you
not.
make, yeah, this sort of formation that you're making is typically indicative of some sort of like crazy bishop sacrifice. The duck castle players like to play that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna move this knight up, and now we have our Ishida plenary formation,
Hmm.
which is an ideal structure for attacking that third file rook players like to make. I am playing third file rook.
Okay. Let's see here. Hmm. Okay, this may seem really strange. Wait a minute. Well, I don't need to do that. Okay, I need to have my options for my bishop open, so I'm gonna try to make a little spot here so that if it wants to move there, it can.
All right. I'm gonna make blocking off that diagonal and preparing to develop my silver.
Okay, that's quite acceptable of a thing to do, I suppose. Hmm. Right, so now that bishop doesn't have much of a reason to go there. Um, but I'm gonna try something here.
Ooh, that's actually one of the ways to defend against a seventh file pawn push in this opening.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is that if that pawn were to go here, then I have this pawn, this silver general, and this rook here.
Okay, so let's see if I can trick you.
Oh, okay. So if I do that, well, I mean, we can exchange our you know, we can absolutely exchange our pawns, but I don't know if that's since you're trying to trick me, I don't know if that's what I should do or not. But if I don't take it, then you just take my pawn, and I can't capture back because your knight will come capture me. So I should take your pawn first.
Okay, so here's where I'm mixing things up. I'm not so good at this opening yet. So I was thinking if I take with the rook to offer a rook exchange, that would be good for me, but I'm not so convinced because you kind of have a drop that works immediately because you get to trade first. Um,
Okay, this is interesting.
yeah, I'm thinking.
Let's see how this goes. Hmm.
Okay, if I lose, I lose. Let's just do it.
Okay, yeah, we will exchange our rooks this way. I bet Gracie's getting quite a show from watching two real humans play shogi.
That's what my friends say about me. I am a real human.
Yeah. Well, people say that I am artificially intelligent, which I take as a compliment.
You know, generative AI is getting really, really good. So you never know. I could be a chatbot. Like pretty soon, I'm gonna be asking you if you want cheap follows, views, and what subs or whatever, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about because
Bigfollows.com. Go to it.
I get a lot of those on rumble.com because occasionally I'll upload something to Rumble and I get all
Okay,
those chatbots.
so here's my idea.
Oh, okay. So you dropped your rook there, and
I am simultaneously attacking your knight, and I'm defending my bishop that you're attacking.
I see.
Hmm.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I have the option to take this lance though, and I don't really want to miss a chance like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that. You're,
All right, I'm taking this.
okay, and you're gonna take my lance, no doubt. And well, and then of course there's also the fact that my knight is over here undefended as well. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, that would be really bad if you went to that spot. Well, you can still go to that spot regardless of whether I move the knight, and then you'll still be in my territory, all up in my business. So I don't, I don't like that very much either. So I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna capture this pawn now because I
All
can't.
right, I am going to go. Oh, that move's a little bit more clever than I thought it was. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna play a potentially unsound attack and just hope for the best. That works a lot in shogi. Hope shogi, they call it.
Okay, so I could capture that, then you capture back with the knight. But even if you do, I don't really see a problem with that. But hmm, yeah,
All right, I'm taken here. Just as you suspected.
yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, so now you're forking both of these pawns. Okay, but then if I advance this forward, then I'm attacking your knight and defending both pawns.
All right.
Okay, then you did that. Oh, I see. That's really weird.
I discovered attack on your silver, and I'm also attacking on the 7-3 square, getting a token relatively close to your king. Whereas your
Right.
dragon and your silver, not close to my king. Not so helping in that. They've gotten a bit distracted, it seems.
It does seem that way indeed. Well, I'm gonna get rid of that knight, because yeah, I'm gonna
All
lose a
right.
pawn, but oh wow. Wait a minute. If I wait, wait a minute. If I do that,
Mm-hmm.
then your rook won't capture the pawn because now that my rook is also remote, I already capture it back.
All right, so I'm going to move it away.
Yeah, I should have known.
Yeah, that your threat was good, which is why I responded to it.
Okay. So let's get this thing over here.
What to do? What to do? I need more pieces in this attack somehow. And you just added a piece to defense, actually, which is a little annoying to me.
Oh. Oh, wow, this is great. Yeah, it looks like Gracie's still watching. Because Gracie doesn't know how to play shogi, but has watched me attempt it against a computer and lose very badly.
Okay, let's just go for something a little simple. I will try this.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I can't, so I know I can't move that. Um, I can't move this gold general because that puts me in check. Hmm. Okay, that certainly doesn't work though. Wait a minute. Wait, no, that doesn't work. None, because of that pawn there, none of my plans are gonna work. um,
The lance and the knight aren't particularly effective defensive pieces.
yeah.
And if you drop pieces in defense, that simultaneously makes my king safer.
Hmm. Okay, this is gonna be kind of weird, but I'm gonna move this rook here, put pressure on that bishop, but I still don't really have a full plan yet.
Okay, I'm going to sack that bishop.
Okay. Right, but as soon as I
Oh
take
no, my bishop! Whatever will I do?
But see, as soon as I take that bishop, then there's going to be a little problem because then you will put me in check and take my gold general, and that's then I will have a difficult time getting out of there. Plus, I'll lose the gold general, so that's not that good of a
Yes,
deal.
this is why I moved the dragon to 7-2, is to make this token to 6-2 possible, because now I'm defending it. It wasn't defending it on the 8-1 square.
Yeah, of course, there isn't that much that I can actually do right here because of the fact that there's not a way to save this gold general. I will lose it either way. Um, so as much as I don't like the situation, I'm still gonna have to take the bishop.
All right, and then I will take here.
Okay, as I suspected, I have to get my king moved out of there.
Okay. Okay. Very well. Very well. Now what should I do? I don't have enough pieces to checkmate you, unfortunately. So, like, you might get away with. I might have just given my bishop for nothing. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Well.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Knights. They're great when they're in your hand. Not so much when they're on the board. Okay.
Right. I
Okay.
know what you
Now that
mean.
we did that. All right.
Okay.
Discovered attack on your gold. All right. Free gold. Now
Okay.
this is part of my master plan. When I don't know what to do, I'll just take all your pieces.
Right. Hey, that is a legitimate strategy. It is. Um. Hmm. Yeah, that's not. This is not going well, obviously, because I don't.
Which king do you think is safer right now?
Your king is safer.
Ironically, if you managed to get your king over to the upper right-hand side of the board, it'd be really safe. Because you'd be able to surround it by tokens easily. So I really hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it's going to, but like I've got too many pieces at this point. But I always fear for that. When you go in for these all-out attacks, the king escapes the other side of the board. Conversely to chess, it makes your king safer, not, like more in danger.
Yeah, this is really bad because my silver general is basically dead. Like, there's not anything I can do to save its life.
Okay, but all that being said, how do you feel you've done this game compared to the previous game?
Well, a little bit better.
You did significantly better. Like it wasn't just a win in the first 10 moves or whatever.
Hmm. Wait a minute. Okay, now. Okay, an extremely weird move, but I'm gonna try to defend that silver general with the bishop. Oh. I don't know. I mean, it was alright, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. I still don't quite see a way to checkmate. So you did a defensive drop in your own camp. Sometimes those work, usually they don't. So now you just took an attacking piece away from my king. Um so let's see here. Let's see here. How do I see if I can find a way to checkmate you? Uh, okay. I'm trying really hard to calculate something, but I honestly not finding anything. This is a bit annoying. Okay.
Oh man, this game is exciting. And I'm so glad we can voice chat. That makes it
Oh
so
yeah.
cool. That's a useful feature to this website.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's not quite as smooth as using Discord because when you start a new game, you're not able to uh, continue the conversation in between
Right.
analysis or games.
Well, the
Yeah.
reason that I don't use Discord is because whenever I tried it before, it would grab the focus. Like I tried to play Minecraft with my friend who wanted to do Discord, so then what would happen is then it would keep switching me to Discord, so then it would take my controls off of Minecraft and I would just die all the time because I wasn't controlling Minecraft, so I had to like I remember I just
Oh, I've never had those issues when streaming shogi stuff.
yeah, I never had good luck with Discord. And I don't really know how to use it anyway. It's confusing to me.
Okay. Well, I don't have a plan, so I'm just gonna take this knight and
Yeah,
hope that I can somehow use that.
I had a feeling its days were numbered like that. Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
I've got some things that I can do to try to trick you. I'm optimistic.
Huh. Okay. I know it looks stupid. I'm not planning an attack immediately because right now it wouldn't do anything. But I'm just gonna have to find my way into
Okay.
that camp somehow.
Playing for tricks. Will you see it?
Um. Well, I can take that, but then you'll drop another one. Um. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, I can if I move if I move it then well, I still have that. Oh, but then oh, because then I'll have to move the silver general if your knight jumps to here or here. If I move this bishop, then I'm exposing this one here. So it is a little bit of a tricky one there. That's more tricky than I had thought of. So okay, that's kind of wild. So maybe I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not gonna take that one yet.
Okay. But now doesn't hmm. I'll think about this for a second.
But this is kind of weird.
Okay, so now if I do this.
Oh, oh no. Yeah, that was okay. That was really just
I mean, I could have done that immediately, but I saw a beautiful idea behind that pawn sacrifice that I wanted to show off. Okay.
yeah. You're gonna take that bishop obviously now. Oh.
Oh, take the bishop? Sure.
Oh. Huh?
You said I was going to take the bishop.
Oh, I was thinking of a whole different bishop, but yeah, you can take that one too. That's true. You can totally do that. I was looking at
Okay.
the other bishop that you're still going to take now, I bet.
Yeah, but now I got some cool moves to play that involve this bishop. So now I'm going to go over here. Now, if I want,
Ooh. Oh, oh no. Because then you'll take
it,
my rook.
yeah, your dragon is, yeah, this is called a skewer or X-ray, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, just like in
same as
chess.
chess.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. Well, I can't really stop it. Not really. So,
Yeah, the beauty is you can't even interpose a piece for this check because the only thing you can, take is with the rook. Okay, and now that if you move there specifically, then I've got this gold drop. Checkmate.
oh, I walked right into a checkmate.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into the study with opponents, so we'll have to reconnect the voice chat. Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll do this and
Voice connected.
Hello again.
hello again. As long as I click the thing, I can hear you again.
Yes. So now we have. Thank you for allowing me to do this. By the way, it takes some courage to allow someone onto a stream. You never know if they're going to be a troll. Uh, I would be shocked if someone went through all the efforts to make a ShogiExplained account to troll people who play shogi. But you never know. You never know. So
Hey, if they did that, they would have more to explain than just shogi.
some people have so much free time. Okay, so first of all, you learned that this move is very committal. That's a
Yeah.
very committal move. Like,
Mhm.
so if you were to do that, if I play static rook, the position is equal. If I play over here, the position is like I'm not going to say it's like bad for you necessarily, but it's not the game you probably wanted to play because the attack's gonna be coming from here, and the gold's gonna be over here. So,
Right.
um, not typical what I see for our first move. So I go for this, and then you push the edge pawn here. This is something that you can do. Um, you aren't doing anything with the rook though, and you aren't. So that this is a way to just develop the bishop. You're kind of going for edge bishop ideas. Okay, so I can choose to ignore it, and then I can maybe, like do like an Onaguma type thing, where I put the king in the corner and, like get the uh surrounded by generals, like, or I can go for this and then I can go for like a Mino shape like that, or I can also move the silver over here, defend against edge attacks, that sort of thing. When I saw you doing this, okay, you immediately went out of here. If you kept it here, at some point, something like this can happen. And then if you take it, then here, then like you have to move the bishop out of the way somewhere, and then you end up taking the lance. So putting the bishop on the edge is dangerous unless you have some sort of plan behind it. You'll notice I put the a bishop on the edge, but I did it for a specific reason.
Mhm.
Okay, so right here, the bishop's on the edge. Your pawn isn't pushed, but even if you do push the pawn, let's say you do something like this, then I do, I don't know, like what's a nothing move I can make? Okay, I did this last time. Okay, something like this. Now, this doesn't work because the rook is defending specifically.
Yeah.
So because of that, I can put I can do the edge bishop. But if you don't have any sort of setup like that, the edge bishop can be really risky. So just keep that in mind if you're going to play this. Now here, this diagonal is not the most useful, I think. Like if you, I don't quite see what his plan is. So typically when this sort of happens, like I said, they try to go for like crazy like bishop sack ideas and then like try to get counterplay that way. Yeah, but this is relatively solid structure that you have here. This is and you also played a static rook opening, so this is actually a pretty good opening. Like you've this is really solid. You're not losing out of the first few moves. I don't quite know what your plan is, but it looks like you were coming up with one right here. Yeah, you were gonna push the silver up. This is a good plan. Like you're making progress towards uh, defending against my ideas while also developing your pieces. That can be difficult for chess players because there's no silver or gold type pieces in chess, so it's not natural to think of like slow developing moves like this.
Right.
But you already did whatever you're gonna do with the bishop and the rook, so you have to develop another piece somehow, and you came up with a plan to do that. All right. Now you go over here. You come up with this idea. I thought you were going to go through with that idea, but you didn't. Another idea you could is you could move the silver over here, and then the king can end up making over here if you end up getting attacked. Okay, you defend against this sort of pawn push. So now, this is an idea that I've seen in third file rook books, but I don't really know enough about openings. Almost all my skill is just in the end game. So like I did many, like thousands of checkmate puzzles, and then just like got good that way. So a lot of the opening stuff I play is garbage. But unlike chess, if you're good enough, you can pretty much play anything in the opening and shogi and still win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So
you play chess as well?
I know how to play chess. I've been playing. I guess I learned how to play chess 30 years ago. And I have been. There was a while where I was playing chess all the time, and I was watching the St. Louis Chess Club, and I was watching the first chess videos that were coming out on YouTube, and I like pirated a whole bunch of chess-based content. Uh, back in the day when I was a teenager. So yeah, I would say that I spent like I don't know, like 10 years obsessed with a chess, but like that was a long time ago now. I haven't touched chess very much in the last I want to say like 8 years. Mostly just been doing shogi. But a lot of stuff transfers from there. Like cuz I put all of my effort for my chess training into specifically just tactics and end games and not really an opening. So a lot of my ability transferred over directly.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's important to have the middle and end game mastered too, but I really with chess I tried to really figure out which openings do I like for white and black. So I
mhm.
at least have an opening repertoire. I don't have to
Yeah.
memorize everything, but
In in shogi, before I played my very first game with someone online, like a rated game, I actually was able to easily solve 5 move checkmates, and I could calculate, pretty easily, like I don't know, like 20 moves ahead or something like that. So this was like clearly not beginner territory. Like, so I don't really know what it's like to start at absolute beginner. This is kind of typical of chess players. Um, okay, so now this idea, oh, you're forking me. That seems like it's got to be really good, right? And this gold, it's only defended by my king. So if somehow you could get my king to move away, you're just going to start taking everything, right? Yes, that is something that could happen. Um, so I defend this and attack at the same time. I thought you might try to go for something like this.
that would have been dumb.
Would it have?
Well, yeah. Oh. Well,
This is my idea. This is my idea.
I mean,
So
I still don't know if it would have helped me all that much, but yeah, that would have worked.
oh no, this is like bad for you. I'm pretty sure. I'm just destroying your castle because this is a dragon in your camp, like that's threatening. Like a pinned piece. Like it's gonna threaten to take it. You don't have any good pieces to drop. Yeah, so that would have accelerated my attack. I was willing to sacrifice that bishop if you did something like that. So you did this, and you allowed me to take the knight, which is a bit disappointing. Like, oh, you're not trying to get this. This bishop's not doing anything. I'm happy to get rid of it if it means I can attack your king. Okay, and then now I was afraid you were gonna find a way to win this bishop. So at this point, what did I do? So I started this. If you go for this, this forces a trade.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. I can just take it, but yeah. So
But
now
yeah, well, not really, because
it's not.
your
It's not.
knight could have taken the pawn first.
If I don't take this pawn, then I lose the bishop. Is the idea. So now, if I do, if I move the
So because that's right. So that's why you take it with
so
rook, because the knight couldn't defend the bishop behind it if it did it.
so if I'm going to sacrifice the bishop, I'm going to do it with a counterattack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so something like this. This is defending the gold. So that's a bit of a nice defensive piece. So now, if you go ahead and take whatever way that you want. I don't know what's your favorite piece to take it with, or actually, do you want to just do, or do you want to take here, or do you want to move here?
Decisions.
Do you take the free piece, or do you make an intermediate move, an intermezzo?
Well, I think I would still go with what I actually did in the game. I'd push the silver general forward and take that pawn with it. That's what I probably would do in reality.
All right, like this.
Yeah.
Okay, good job, good job. Yeah. Now look at this. Okay, what do I do? Okay, so now maybe I would take it, and then I don't know. I don't know what I would do exactly, but so I was afraid to try something like that. I probably would have just traded it off if you did this, and then if you tried like going after it again like this, then um. Okay, probably something like this, and then try to like, I mean, maybe I could even take this first. I don't know, something like this. So this king is surrounded by generals. So even though I'm sacrificing pieces, I'm getting pieces like over like in your area, and I've got pieces in hand, as you can see. So that's looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, over here we go like this. So one of the problems that you spent all this time grabbing like material that didn't make a particular difference, right? When really you want to try to find ways to like attack the king. And I left this structure over here because I felt it was going to be pretty strong from the side. Um and yeah, now that your dragon's over here, that's really far away from the king. This, however, I'm directly attacking. If I get a silver, then suddenly I've got a silver fork here. Even a bishop. If I got a hold of a bishop, I could probably do that. So yeah, I might aim to try to get this silver somehow. Um, let's see. If I get a knight and manage to find a way to attack over here, that could be a fork potentially. Yeah, I have different ideas. I might even try to like sacrifice this rook if I thought I could somehow use this lance. I wasn't quite sure if I was winning. I have this obvious move to go here. You go over there, you're like, okay, well, I want you to not do that, right? And then I have this discovered attack idea. So I had read all this out, of course, and then now I go over here, and this token is getting pretty dangerously close to your king, and all I had to do to get it there was sacrifice a knight. Now suddenly that silver that was defending over there got greedy, ran away this way, right?
Yeah.
And now the silver's over here, not defending this king, and now there's a token, invading and attacking you over here.
Yeah.
So my trick, it worked. It's a subtle trick, right? These sorts of tricks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, now the token is what you call a pawn when it's promoted, correct?
Yes, correct.
And
Correct.
then and the promoter brook is the dragon, and then the promoted bishop is called the horse, if I remember correctly.
The promoted bishop is the horse, yes.
Yeah, which is funny because the knight looks like a horse, but the promoted bishop is called the horse, so it's silly.
Yeah. So the full names for them is Ryuma, which is dragon horse, and then the knight is the Keima, which means wait, uh like Chinese cinnamon horse. Cassia, I think is what it's called. Yeah, like it's not a common character. Like I didn't know what it was when I started playing
Chinese
shogi.
cinnamon horse.
Yeah.
That sounds straight out of My Little Pony.
Yeah,
But let me
it can
tell you.
also you can also call it the katsura, like which is a kind of Japanese tree. So like there's different readings for it, but yeah, like so I don't know what quite. So I guess the idea is that it's like some sort of like raider or merchant or something that's in your army that's like carrying spices and stuff for you. I don't even know, but yeah. So like that's not really a big disambiguation, the knight versus the horse. The big problem that people have, especially when you play with two character sets, is the dragon and the horse, because the dragon's full name is Ruo, which is Dragon King, and the horse is the Dragon Horse. They both have the word dragon in there. So if you're not paying attention, you could mix up the pieces together. I've done that before. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I basically I have my own names in my head that I think of them as, obviously, because I don't because basically, since I'm a chess player, when a rook promotes, I call it a king rook because it has combined
Oh,
king and rook powers, and
yeah,
rook
don't
king
call it
bishop.
that. Just call it a promoted rook if you're going to talk about it in English.
Right. Yeah, but in my head, that's what I think of it as.
Oh, okay. Actually, that's how I describe it when I'm teaching beginners. Is I describe the dragon as a rook plus a king and a horse as a bishop plus a king.
Right,
Exactly
because
that.
that's what their powers literally are, even though that's not their official names.
Yes. Okay, you go back over here, like now you're adding the piece back into defense, which actually kind of annoyed me. So I spent some time thinking about what to do. So then I came up with this idea. So now that I have this here, I am pinning this gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now my plan is simple. I'm just gonna go over here and take that gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like try to stop me. Um. So yeah, that's my plan. This token with this dragon here, it's a difficult threat to face. So you actually spend this time to try to grab this bishop. And I say to you, I don't care about that bishop anymore. I am 2 moves away from your king. Is 2 moves away from your king? That's worth a bishop to me. If I already have a knight in hand, and I'm going to be getting a golden hand, and potentially have a token over here, and then maybe at someday I have a discovered check or something, and this dragon really far away from the king. I am a little bit worried about giving you a bishop, because if you drop a bishop like on this diagonal, and you have a knight in hand, so and then you drop like a knight here, you see the problem?
Oh.
Yeah, so it's pinned. So that means that you just start taking things. So that can be a bit dangerous. So if you had the dragon like over here and you were like doing those sorts of moves, things would collapse so fast. But luckily this is nowhere useful. So it's kind of in the middle of the board. Um in chess, having stuff in the middle of the board might be really good. I don't know, but in shogi, having like a rook on the back rank attacking like all my stuff, that's a good spot to be. So you go over here now, it's like close to your own camp. That does make it a really good defensive piece, actually. But You allow me to attack you, and like essentially like the game has been really really tough for you for a long time. So I'm sacrificing crazy material, right? Because you have a bishop in hand, you have a knight in hand, you have a lance in hand. And I just placed this last piece over here. You notice that this gold silver combination that you have,
Mhm.
can the king escape backwards?
Um,
No. You're
no.
sealed in. These have become wall pieces. Abigoma. So that's a problem that you have. If the silver were here, you could have gone over like this. Or if this, if you'd moved this up and moved the silver here, it's a silver crown, you could have moved stuff. But yeah, having this blocking off your king, you basically only have one choice, and that's going forward. Having less options is good for me, because that means it takes less pieces to try to checkmate you and restrict your king.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if this was actually gonna be good or not. I just, from my lots of shogi experience, just like had a good feeling about it. Yeah, so now I don't know what the best move is, but so here's the point where I literally just thought, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna start taking all your pieces, and that has to be good. Yeah, so you took there. I was thinking you would take like this or something, and then if you end up like somehow like escaping up somehow, then maybe I could get in trouble. So like I wasn't quite sure how that was. So maybe I would like if I took another piece, I'd like try to go back over here and try to like figure out how to restrict your king. Maybe I would like drop a gold or something to like or a pawn to try to like prevent your king from moving up. Um but yeah, like it's like I said, it's just cleanup operation stuff now. It takes up
Yeah.
this. It's an interesting idea. Like you don't want this to be taken, right? Um
Yeah.
and at this point, like not a whole lot you can do, like because you're just like I can just start taking all the pieces. So this was a nice try.
Right. I mean, at this point in the game, it was pretty much lost because.
But here, there was an interesting trick. If you took this, I take this bishop as a free bishop. You see
Uh-huh.
why?
Well, yeah, you get to take my rook after that. All right, no, I take your rook after that.
Take,
Yeah.
check.
Oh.
Now, if you move here, checkmate. If you move here, then I have 2 golds in hand, so also check, checkmate. Why does this work? It's because this bishop was defending that square. So, because it was defending that square, the moment you move this bishop, that pawn, oh no, free pawn, that removed your defender. Uh-huh. But you didn't fall for it. Ah. So then I just played my backup plan, which is to fork the king and the the bishop. Um, and then now you're just like, oh, you're gonna take my bishop, and then I trolled you a little bit by taking this bishop. But
You took a bishop, all right, just not the one I thought.
yeah, so funnily enough, it still works because after you take it, yeah, I'm still defending this way. This is defending this way. So, and then this amazing bishop drop stops everything. If you take like this, obviously, like, you know, well, maybe not so obviously. Like, it's like, okay, I guess I've got to do this. Now king can't move anywhere. You have to sacrifice the bishop. So then I give this check. You got to take like this again, and then I yes, yeah, we can just keep dropping,
Yeah.
and it's over. So okay,
You had ways for it to be over many different ways.
yeah. So, but it also like if that weren't enough, it also like targets the dragon. So beautiful
I
like
was just
ending there.
delaying the inevitable best I could.
So something that you'll notice when I'm making moves, I'm trying very hard to get pieces near your king.
Mm-hmm.
You see kind of like where I'm going with this. So the most important thing in shogi is the king. If you can make pieces that sort of slowly maneuver towards your king, you're going to do a good job. So that's something where I have some skill in, because I've done so many checkmate puzzles. I'm kind of familiar with different checkmate patterns and like and calculating endgame attack speed. The opening is different. You have to play the opening like a chess player. You need to play very positionally, and then you need to try to find a way to win a little bit of material. Be really, really greedy, and then you can start thinking about heading into the middle and end game type thing. I'm very bad at that. Very, very bad. To the point where I know that's a weakness of mine, and I'll just play crazy and try to sacrifice things. So like what I did might have been really bad. I mean, sure you can analyze it with the engine later to see if there's any big blunders. But yeah, what can you do to improve your game? What can you do? So, how
Well,
many
for
moves with
one
this bishop
thing,
did you make?
well, okay, for one thing, here's what I see is that the fact that by moving that gold general there, it was a committal move, and that I restricted my options with my rook at the beginning, but because the gold general kind of blocked it from traveling over there.
Yeah, so what I see here is that it looks like you kind of wasted a few moves. So you so you made two moves with the bishop and you made one move with the gold. Uh so if so you don't know if I'm going to play swinging rook or static rook. So if you're going to go So if you know I'm going to be playing a swinging rook, then well, first of all, let's say we do this. And then most people won't actually trade the bishops immediately. They'll give you like a move to think about it. So then if I go like this, now you know you don't want to move here. So now you can keep this open if you want. You can close it. But let's just say we keep it open. And we do, let's say, this silver move,
Mhm.
and then let's just say start castling, and you can start developing into, you see this? This is a boat castle. You see this? So like this structure, like pretty strong from the side. This piece is only defended by just the king, but you see, like, the
Huh,
attack isn't going to come from here. It's not going to come from here. You don't have to be strong from that side. The rook is probably the direction where the attack's going to come from, in which case you
right.
want more pieces defending on the side. You could even kind of, so then from my perspective, okay, well, let's just like kind of like complete things a little bit. Okay, so from here, something like this, you got a few options. One of the things that people might like to do is you can play this as a slow game. You can do something like, okay, well, we close this first. Something like this is happening. Okay, I'm just making nothing moves on my side, and you can go for how do I?
Huh.
Okay, okay, something like this. Okay, so this is just a random example here, but yeah, like you see this. This is a castle that you can make. You've got this king in the corner, and it's surrounded by these generals. This is one of the advantages that you have here is that this gives you an advantage in the end game because if you gave me infinite number of shogi pieces, it would be impossible to force a checkmate against you. There's no checks I can make against you.
Right,
So
because you can't even
this is
get to my king.
this is called Z. And basically, when you're in Z, that just means you're invincible, you're uncheckmateable. So that means that you can make moves against your opponent that are a couple moves away from being threatening, but because your opponent can't counterattack against you, they have to still respond to it. So you're able to attack faster.
Hmm.
The disadvantage that you have is that since these are so bunched up over here, you have a lot less defense over here, so it can be a bit difficult to play. So you have to kind of play crazy, and you also have to it takes a long time to make that castle, so it's vulnerable to rapid attacks.
Right.
Okay. You can also rapid attack yourself. You can start going for stuff. So, okay. I guess if I went like this, then this won't work because now this attack actually does something. You see, like, I don't have enough time to, like, get up here.
Yeah.
So, that timing is important. So
Yeah. But I
so I
think
would
we
go
should
like
play
this.
another game.
Let's do another. I hope you're learning some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for all this information here. See, I'm new to this, and I'm still trying to find a way to, to do an opening that's not really bad. Just wait a minute. Okay. I'm trying to try. I misclicked. I'm trying to click rematch there. Okay, now I'm Sente again. Okay, right there we go. You don't call yourself ShogiExplained for nothing. Oh, that's right. I need
Voice
to.
connected.
There we
Well,
are.
welcome back. Okay. What should I do to trick you this time? All right, we're gonna try this again. Now that you're Sente, you can do the wrong diagonal bishop if you want. I'm happy to play it.
Yeah, I might do that. But is that what I want to do?
I mean, I gained a tempo. I'm happy.
It's, you know what? It's really not a bad thing to do, but I just need to not mess it up this time. I have was one pawn ahead, and if I can just if I can just not do something dumb, which is often a challenge. Let's see.
Okay, so you've managed to give up a tempo from the exchange. You did get a pawn. Having a pawn in hand is pretty cool. But you have committed your bishop, and then I've also developed some generals. So
Right. Hmm. But let's see here. Well, I don't need to move the bishop yet. I don't really need to, but I think I'll move it here right now because I don't want. I feel like this being in the center targets both here and here, so which right now doesn't do anything, but in combination with other
okay.
pieces, maybe. Hmm. Okay.
I
Hmm.
don't know this opening very well. Most people don't play this against me.
Right. Well, I'm just trying things out. I'm having great fun too. This is interesting. Oh,
Okay, I'm more than happy to go for this.
okay. Don't know if yeah, okay, yeah, that wouldn't help at all if I did that. Instead, I may continue this here. Hmm.
Oh, interesting. You don't stream with any tags on Twitch. Was that a
Um,
conscious decision?
actually, I never figured out how. Like, yeah, tags, do you mean like hashtags or?
No, like you can actually when you set up your stream, you can submit some metadata that allows people to search by tags. Um,
Oh,
and you don't have any tags there. So that's one of the things that I do when I'm looking for people to raid is I'll look for various tags uh
oh yeah,
uh
you know
for
what?
people to raid later.
That's something I need to configure and learn with Twitch because there's certain tags that are gonna be consistent that I'm gonna be using a lot.
Yeah,
Cause
when looking to raid people, there's two types of people I'll typically try to raid. If I'm playing something other than Shogi, I'll raid someone that's playing that game. But otherwise, I will raid a Shogi streamer, or I will raid someone who is streaming with various LGBT tags.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Oh yeah.
That also explains how you found me.
Oh, you don't stream with LGBT tags, but yeah, I found that interesting. There's very little.
No, I don't. I haven't figured out the tags, but if you look at my profile and see the big progress flag, you'll get the idea.
Yeah, I saw that and thought, okay, that's a green flag. Well, rainbow flag, but you
Yeah, it's
get
a
the idea.
rainbow flag. That is a red flag or a green flag.
All right. I am not convinced you have have defended that pawn in a satisfactory manner, so I'm pushing her.
Right. Yeah, correct. It is not defended by any means. So it's kind of weird what I got going on here. So this turns okay, this turns really wild because if I don't do anything, you're just gonna take this knight, and then I have literally no defense for that. This bishop is safe only because if you capture it, the pawn captures you back. So I'm actually going to put my rook here, offering an exchange of rooks because my silver general will capture back.
Yep, that is true. And if you do that, you have an immediate good rook drop on 8-2. So I don't want to do that. So I will go here.
Okay. So if that happened, now that you've done that, I can move it back to the side. And then if you advance the pawn, then I'll just move it back again.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, just hear me out here. Hear me out here. What's your plan if I just attack on this diagonal now?
Oh. Well, you're definitely attacking this lance here.
You can't just drop a pawn in defense because you already have a pawn here.
Right. I mean, okay, let's see here. Yeah, and you even if I move this forward, you'll still be able to just come and you'll just be able to come and go into the corner and promote your bishops. That's not any good.
That is my main threat. Yes.
Yeah. So so this is very problematic. So I can block you on this diagonal, but the only way to do it is by advancing the knight here, which kind of commits me to not being able to do much with this here. So, but I don't really want you to take that lance right now, so I'm gonna try it, and we'll just see how it goes.
It's a reasonable plan. That's a reasonable plan. Okay, what do I do now? I don't really have because here's the problem. There's no pieces in hand. That means that it's really, really easy for chess players to calculate because they don't have to calculate piece drops. They're really, really
Right,
bad at
true.
calculating piece drops.
Right, because it looks like the only piece drops that are possible are the ones that I have, because I have two pawns in hand, and you don't have any right now. So, yeah, what's your play? It's my turn to ask you.
Good question. Good question. So I'm thinking I should add another attacker. The easiest one seems to be this knight, and then hope that nothing bad happens to me.
Right. Okay. Let's see here, because I could do that. That doesn't really accomplish anything, though. Okay, now no, that's not good because if I do that, then well, I would basically just be giving you pawn drops because I'm calculating because if I put this pawn there, then you would take mine, I would take yours, but then I would be allowing you to have a pawn in hand, and that would be bad. I don't want to do that. I don't really like that very much. So instead, I need to do something a little bit smarter. Um, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait. First of all, if I can at least restrict the potential movement of your rook, because my knight defends that
Oh. Oh.
pawn.
That's an interesting
I
move.
don't want it escaping too easily now, and I don't want it just retreating back there to who knows where.
Okay. That actually prevents the main plan that I had. I can't really jump my knight, or can I? Can I just jump my knight? You know, I like this. Now that doesn't quite work how I wanted it to. Yeah, maybe I'll still do it. Okay. I'm going for this.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. So,
So now I was gonna do this anyway, but now it looks like I might get a pawn out of it as well. And I didn't have a pawn in hand before, which is really frustrating.
okay, I see what's going on now. Okay, so, okay. Well, for lack of anything better to do, I can at least get my bishop over here and I can promote the bishop. I just don't know if it's going to help me or not. There's the issue, so.
Oh, you got a horse. That's really good. Horse is good. Horse
Yeah,
is really good. Okay, I'm gonna continue with my plan.
okay. Hmm. All right. Well, I could take that. I could take that. I could. Yeah, we could have. Yeah, we could totally have an exchange of those things. Because if I don't exchange and you take mine first, that's worse for me. So yeah, so that's the way it's got to be here.
Yeah, Lee Shogi supports pre-moves, by the way, so I pre-moved that capture. I
Yeah,
only
yeah,
pre-move
that
captures.
explains how that happened so quickly. Yeah, and I don't want your, yeah, I don't want your, um, yeah, I don't want that to take, okay.
So now I'm threatening your lance and I'm threatening your horse at the same time.
Right, I don't like that, obviously.
So now you have to decide, was the horse really worth it? I don't know, maybe, but
Not
I'm
really.
going for it. I'm going
It
for it.
actually was not that great to do that, but so now I'm just gonna okay, I'm gonna bring wait. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna bring this back here. I mean,
Okay, I don't see exactly what you're attacking, so I'm just gonna take this
right.
freelance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I didn't really have anything really happening there at the moment, so um hmm. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Now, what about? Okay, yeah, that would be weird. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just gonna do it because I otherwise all my time will run out if I just don't do something here. But I don't really think I have anything good to do right now. And now you have drops you can use, so this is not looking too good.
Yeah, I mean, that has a pretty clear threat. Okay, what if I just move out of the way?
Yeah, you can do that, all right. Um, Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't accomplish anything.
Yeah, when you have a knight advance, remember you need to be wary of attacks at the head of the knights. And I do have a forward attacking piece. The pawn I can't drop because I already have a pawn in hand, like on the board on that file. But the lance, that lance drop at 7/6, like that might be good sometime soon.
Right. Hmm. Well, okay. This may be dumb, but I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I'll take it. All right, so now need to make sure that you're not tricking me somehow. Okay, so now I'm going to drop this lance here,
Okay.
attacking your horse.
Hmm.
Ooh. Ooh. So the thing about that is,
Yeah, I see.
you're sacrificing your horse.
Yeah,
Now,
unfortunately.
yeah, so now, like, if you take with the knight, I get that beautiful wreck.
Yep.
This
That's
could be good for you, but it seems a bit risky to me.
it's too early to really tell what's really going to become of this.
Okay. This is a bit difficult because you don't actually have any really good drops, and you have some pretty clear drops. You might be winning, I don't know.
I
This is a bit
don't
confusing.
know. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens here.
Eh, okay, I'm just gonna, like, make some moves that
Ooh.
look like they're doing something.
Right. Okay, that's bad because if I just take that, then you end up taking my gold general. So that's no good. Now I'm gonna have to, yeah, have to do that.
Alright, well, I'm gonna attack this, silver over here.
Right. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad.
Okay, well, now this token looks like it's attacking that silver. That silver is gonna have a little bit of trouble. A little bit of trouble moving around anywhere.
Yeah, it is having some trouble here. So I don't know. I'm not liking what this has turned into here. um. Yeah, I mean, that's just yeah, this is well,
Not an ideal situation.
no, it's not. I'm gonna lose that anyway, so I'm gonna at least take down the token.
Yeah, you know that whole thing I said where you might be winning? I think I take that back.
Yeah, of course. You're really good
I
at
was
this.
I wasn't quite sure so many, a few moves ago, but can I win with a horse next to your king and a rook, a bishop, silver, and a knight in hand, and also pawn?
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot going on for you there.
So yeah, so I was worried that you would attack with like a rook drop on 8/1 or something, and then the lance or the knight might come to uh uh 7/3 or something like that. So I get paranoid about stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Try to trick you.
Okay. Ooh.
Tempo move. So I am. Oh, okay. Tricked you.
It, trick or not, you have a plan to
Yeah.
checkmate me. I know it. There's just
I don't have to. You have no counterplay, so I can just do whatever I want.
yeah, that's true.
I'm I'm back. I'm straight up back to my whole plan of take all the pieces. That's where we are again.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I got nothing. I really got nothing here.
All right. Yeah, let's drop over here. Okay. Well, let's see here. Right. Let's do this one. Do this check.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, there's no chance there. No chance at all, because I wait, why? Okay, that was bad. Like that was just really bad. I'm gonna get checkmated soon. I can feel it. Yeah, I have
Yeah. Where does that king go? What can you drop in
yeah,
defense?
I have
Yeah.
nothing, man. You're gonna
And
checkmate.
now, I mean, there's a couple ways that I can try to checkmate you. So you already saw the one where I can do a rook sacrifice on 5-9, and then you have to take it, and I can do gold in the head. But there's another kind of cool checkmate that I can do. So watch this.
Okay.
If you move back to 5-9, it's another simple gold in the head. Okay, yeah, and then we've got that one.
Yep, of course.
So silvers cannot defend from this side. Very critical moment. So golds are actually a bit better at defending.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. You're real good.
Yeah, so like yeah, like I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Like I could have been way better. So like for instance, I don't know when you learned how to play chess.
Well,
But
when I first learned to play chess, I was actually 9 years old, but I wasn't consistent with it.
I learned to play chess when I was 7, and I learned how to play shogi when I was 11 years old. Uh, and considering I learned when I was 11 years old, I could be significantly better. But the problem is, of course, is that like there's no materials in English. So it took a very, very long time to get to the level of skill I'm at right
Yeah,
now.
and you have to
It really,
understand that when I was 9 years old, for the first time, Patrick taught me how to play chess, but I didn't have the internet for years past that point. I had nobody to play chess with, and then I used to play with the seniors at the Gambler Center at the Summit, but then
Mhm.
they died and I got busy, and so, but really only recently, in the past few years, have I gotten into the whole online chess scene, and then I just learned shogi less than 6 months ago. So I'm just kind of, I'm sure
Yeah.
enjoying it. I lose a lot, but I'm
So
enjoying it.
playing the computer, you're not going to improve as fast as just having a stronger human like show you some basic techniques. And once you have the basics down, you can get really strong really fast. I would recommend, since you're a chess player, you can very easily get your end game to be super strong. Have you heard of a website called playshogi.com?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, on playshogi.com, there is a large series of sets of 3-move checkmate problems that teach very basic fundamental mating patterns, and if you learn those, you'll be able to see checkmates at a glance. Like literally when I get into a checkmatey type position, I usually have it solved before I even recognize where all the pieces are. So that's the level that you can get to. It'll be really, really easy as a chess player. You're just grinding out patterns until you can just do it subconsciously. So
Right.
I'll go ahead and put that in. I'll send you an email later, and it's almost it's like 3:30 a.m. So I will wait a little bit before sending it to you. Like get some Jedi in.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. But thanks for playing. This has been fabulous.
yeah. So I will give. So you can start with the one move Sumishogi like puzzles, the one move checkmate.
I've done a few of
Um,
those before.
You yeah, but the 3-move collection is extremely valuable. If you do maybe, I don't know, 400 puzzles, which is nothing. You can like these puzzles, like for a chess player, like you can calculate these really fast. Like, like I spent, I would say maybe like a long Thanksgiving weekend doing about 400 3-move checkmate puzzles. And by the end of it, I was pretty strong. So, like,
Wow.
that's all you need. If you can see 3-move checkmate patterns, then your end game is gonna be significantly stronger. And then you just need to keep playing and analyzing, especially if you can find people like me to play with, not an AI. AIs do not play like humans. Then
Yeah,
yeah, you'll
yeah, they
improve much
don't.
faster.
See, see, here's the thing: is I love AI. Part of it, I love it, is that I don't have to wait for it to make its moves, and when I'm playing against the AI, I can just take back moves and stuff. It's great for learning someone, but obviously it doesn't play like a human, so it has its shortcomings.
It's sometimes useful for finding, like, defensive moves you didn't expect and stuff like that, like, it's really good at that sort of stuff, or attacking ideas, but, yeah, like, I definitely especially when you're starting out, having a human walk you through with it, definitely helps a lot. A lot of the concepts that I've taught you today, hopefully that you've retained them. Um, a lot of these concepts took me, like, 20 years to learn. So, like, I learned how to play shogi, I don't know, like, over 25 years ago. So, and it took me literally 20 years to learn even basic concepts, and a lot of that was just from grinding sumo shogi and trying to use chess concepts that I learned and apply it as much as I can to shogi to try to
Right.
reverse engineer everything.
Yeah,
So
and it would also be cool if we did play chess sometime because I'm actually, obviously, I'm more decent at chess than I am shogi, but I love all the games. Because I have accounts on Chess, Pi Chess, and PlayStrategy.org, and of course this site, LaShogi.org, because like some of them will let you play Shang-Chi, Jangi, and all the
yeah.
Chinese, Korean chess, and then there's Crazy House, Atomic, Duck, heck, all the good things.
Yeah, Chastity White Rose on Elite Chess. Let me see if I can find
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
Ah, I
because
see you. I see
yeah,
you here.
I make
And
myself easy to find.
okay, yeah, I'm looking this. I don't know. We're probably around the same level in chess. Like, I don't know. If you get me into a random position, maybe my calculation's better. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
Um,
see. Yeah, well, if you want to add me as a friend on there too, yeah, you can. So
yeah, let me log in. I have a different username on there. I'm Panic with 2 N's. Go ahead and
okay.
I'll follow you. How do I follow one? There we
Let's
go. Follow. Then
let's see.
I'll go ahead and follow you on my
Yeah, let's see. I wonder. Yeah, because I'm going to take a look at my Lichess profile here. I don't know. Yeah, see. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, in any case, thanks for playing. I think you left. Or wait. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe let me.
Voice connected.
Okay, sorry. When I clicked out to follow you, it went away. So what was the last thing that I said when you heard me?
You were about to follow me on Lichess as well or
Okay.
something.
So I guess what I was saying was that um The main thing is that when I give these sorts of like little mini lessons for people, so they tend to get a little bit information overloaded. So just focus on a couple of things each time and just be consistent. And those little lessons will add up over time, and you can get quite strong. So yeah, I believe in you. I know you can do it. So good luck. Good luck with your shogi, and I hope that you continue your shogi journey.
Yeah, yeah, thanks for all the explaining of things. It's nice to be able to play and just have a conversation with an actual human with shogi because how it's kind of rare because obviously I have to play on this site to be able to play against humans at all, but then not too many people are going to be willing to accept my 30-minute matches because I'm not good enough to do blitz.
Oh, I mean, when you're first starting out, being able to like think and analyze these variations, I feel like having the 30 minutes time control is useful, especially if you're having trouble differentiating between the pieces and tactics and stuff. So I feel like putting some time there is really useful. Some people disagree with me and say you should just spam lots of mindless blitz games, and I don't think that's
Yeah,
the right way to
I don't
go.
like Blitzer Bola. I feel like you see inferior play because
Mm-hmm.
people are moving quick, so they're gonna make
Uh-huh.
mistakes that are just bad moves, and I don't like to see that
Did,
moves. I want to see the
did
best.
Did you know that Botvinnik and Kasparov had a major falling out because Kasparov wanted to, like, promote blitz more, and Botvinnik was totally against that idea?
Really?
Yeah, like, it was a whole big thing, and it drove a wedge between them.
Wait, you mean
So,
like Gary Kasparov?
yeah, that Kasparov.
Oh yeah, okay. And then
By the
Botvinnik I know is a username on like
Bot
chess.
Bot Botvinnik was one of the strongest, players in the world, was world champion for many years in the '50s and '60s. Um so yeah, and it was one of Kasparov's mentors growing up, and they did a lot of collaboration until they had the falling out over the Blitz shogi.
Oh
So yeah, interesting little piece of chess history there. And by the way, Kasparov also knows how to play shogi, believe it or not.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So essentially, someone who's like world champion level of chess ability, like they're like a top 100 grandmaster. The moment they learn the rules of shogi, they become better than me. They become about 3 dan, which is
Wow.
like a couple levels higher than I am.
Right. And see, here's the thing is when I first learned Shogi, it was not on this site. It was actually on Let's Learn Shogi, a game I bought on Steam. And the AI was so weak that I could beat it almost all the time. Like it was very greedy, so you could offer it, lower pieces and it would just take them without thinking ahead. So it was good for learning because I could win, it was encouraging, but
Yeah, there is a bot on Lee Shogi that specializes in handicap games. So that is
oh.
actually something that you could try to do. You could try to play a really high handicap game, like an 8-piece handicap, which is crazy. It only has golds and pawns, and it's trickier than you might think. It's got all sorts of tricks in it. I think
Yeah,
like
it's like yeah.
I've even lost 6-piece handicap against like the AI, like just not paying attention, and I've beaten some pro players in 4-piece handicap, which is you know, like, less of a
Right.
handicap than the 6-piece, so, like, it's pretty good. It's a
Right.
pretty good.
Because Let's Learn Shogi also has like the handicap settings too. So like there's like different leagues you can play and it's all AI. But like the higher difficulty leagues, like I was playing like with the handicaps. So I did have like only golds and pawns in my king and I still won, but only because the AI was dumb.
Okay, so now that you have, gone through this and learned, what is something that you would like to focus on into the future for, improving your shogi? And if you have a special request, I can also try to see if I can include some resources there.
Well, I definitely want to learn like I I do want to know the names of some common openings so that I know what it is I'm playing. but I also kind of want to learn about the castles because different castle structures, that would be nice because I need to learn. I know I need to learn how to defend my king, and so I'm not just checkmate, because that's happened a lot against the computer too. Besides what you do, and in the castles, I'm a nerd and I really like to learn, openings, not just for the sake of getting better and winning, but just because I'm a super nerd. Like,
Mhm. So not only was I actually, so I wasn't really playing a castle necessarily, but this is actually a piece structure that's pretty strong. It's resistant to drops, and like you can't immediately check my king in an obvious manner. I mean, I guess like bishop over here, but like that's easily defendable. So I knew that this was going to be strong and that it would take you some moves to try to do anything. So that gave me time, but it's not obvious looking at that. So that comes with experience. So
yeah.
yeah, uh, I will find some stuff on castle structures for you. There is some stuff about common openings and castle structures that are available on in English on, well, especially Wikipedia, but also on like YouTube videos. Are you okay with having YouTube videos in English for your reference material?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like all the resources. I just don't usually have much time to dedicate to this stuff. But on my nights off when I am caught up with school, I really love to play every chess type of game. I love them all because they're all so similar. Two-player board games
Yeah.
where checkmating is the goal.
Yeah. I am relatively decent at teaching people in shogi stuff. All the other variant stuff, I'm not very good at all. I guess I'm like a little bit better than average at Crazy House, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Crazy House is pretty cool because
It's
I
drop
think
variant.
yeah, Crazy House is fun. I love it because I love the whole drop element. So I play Crazy House chess too, and I also love duck chess. It's hilarious. It's
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
oh, you think you're gonna put me in check? Well, I'll put a duck in a way.
Yeah. Last question I have for you, by the way. Do you watch much like chess YouTube stuff?
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of Gotham chess. Yeah, he's such a funny dude. He's like, and then he sacrificed the rook.
Yeah, so I took Shogi Explained because I was a big fan of the chess YouTuber, Chess Explained.
Oh.
And yeah, and my whole plan was if I called myself Shogi Explained, if people don't know better, I can trick them into thinking I'm good at shogi. Haha, the suckers.
Hey, well, you're better than me, but I'm a noob too, so.
Well, I am technically one of the 2021 World Shogi League champions, so, sometimes I can be good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm very glad we had this conversation. We played some games. So thanks so
Mhm.
much for joining my stream, and also and yes, also Gracie has been blowing up the chat on Twitch here. So oh sweet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the chat messages. They're showing up on the stream video. That's how I have my Twitch configured. So now, is that Gracie? Is that a new email address? I don't remember if I had that one before, but that's awesome. And they said thank you, Shogi explained. So yeah, they've been chat messaging.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I took a long break from streaming to work on that whole capitalism thing, but now I'm gonna be doing the opposite, taking a little break from work to stream again. So like hopefully I'll see you can I don't know if you watch shogi streams, but hopefully you'll be able to see me do shogi streams, and yeah, I'd be happy if you want to challenge me. I can play you some games if it's appropriate for the format.
Yeah, well, I think I want to look at the resources you sent me, and hopefully I'll improve a little bit before the next time we play.
Yep, yep, yep. All right. So I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh. Yeah, what a fabulously nice person they were. I am very tired. I need to end the stream, but thank you for the chat messages, Gracie. Nothing will be wasted because everything is on the chat. So yeah, this is great. We learned that Shogi has a voice chat. He tried to teach me some things about the game of Shogi, so he's basically like a kind of a Shogi coach. The Shogi community is very nice and wholesome. I love them. That's what ShogiExplained says here. That's just great. Thank you so much. You made this one of the best streams I've ever had in my life. This is really good. We got the good chat messages going. We had prefer. Oh yeah, prefer they them pronouns. Okay, I shall refer to you as a they. Yeah, they them. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes I don't know, obviously, and you know, so just because you sounded like a dude, but so do I, and I'm a Hershey. I am a Hershey, sweet like chocolate. Instead of she her, it's Hershey. You get it? Like the chocolate. That's what I tell people. Okay, yeah, this is really sweet. Yeah, have a good night. Oh, I have some pretty nice photos of me in makeup. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Yeah, good night, everyone. Good night to anyone who watched this. Good night, Gracie. Good night, Shogi Explained. Everybody have a fabulous night, and remember, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.